Hello, hello. Okay, this is day 2. Yesterday I had surgery. I had the full lower body lift. It's a circumferential incision. Probably repeating myself because I don't even remember what I said yesterday. I have some bleeding in certain areas, but that's more or less just like stuff oozing out from the incisions and from where the drains are. I think I mentioned yesterday. I'll show some. So it's a little gross. If you don't want to see it, turn off. So I keep my pants on. I feel comfortable with pants. I get cold a lot. So yeah, I'm just comfortable. I'm not drinking coffee. This is day 2, and my doctor wanted me to try and eat. She said that this lovely, what did I call it? I called it a girdle yesterday. That this binder had a hole to go to the bathroom. It does to go pee. It does not for a bowel movement. She was like, oh, it should stretch. Well, I have another one that they gave me that I need to change into after the doctor's visit that I have coming up. But the one that I have now, there's no stretch. So if I have to make a bowel movement, I pretty much would have to take this whole thing off. So yesterday, I had liquids, and I had 2 ice pops later in the day. Today, she wanted me to get some solids in, so I had some cottage cheese and fruit, and I have water that I'm trying to sip on. My throat is still pretty sore from the tube. This was a 4-hour procedure, and I did it at an ambulatory surgery center, so I was pretty in and out. And I kept thinking to myself, I had a C-section and I was in for 4 days. How are you in and out after a circumferential incision? But basically what they had shared was they're not cutting into any major organs. It's skin tissue. And it's very numbing. You do have some like pins and needle kind of, like not even pins and needle, like it's just numb where they cut into because they cut into nerve endings and all that stuff. So I'm in a recliner chair, and the recliner chair is like a medical one. So it's got a up and down button, and it kind of props me up, and I kind of just walk out, and then when I want to get back, I just kind of sit back down. I'm at my grandma's house, my Nona, so it's nice. I have Nona and my mom came down here too. It's a little closer to the doctors than being at home for us. So I'm going to go over real quick. I have some drainage tubes. I have 4 in, and I was told I was only going to have 2, but I woke up with 4, which I'm kind of happy about. I felt like that will help me drain quicker, and they're hoping to get these out on Thursday for me. I have my surgery on Friday. So, I have my surgery on Monday. So 4 days after, and I don't really have a lot of liquid right now. I drained these out at about, I think I drained them out at like 8 this morning. So this isn't a lot. Overnight, there was a lot in there. I did try to sleep in my regular bed with some pillows under my knees and under my head, and I made it for about an hour and a half, and I was just very uncomfortable. I felt like I didn't have enough support for my stomach, but also my backside. So I actually am ordering a recliner chair, not like this, a smaller recline chair for my house. Another thing that they said was that I would have some drainage, so I do have a little bit of drainage. Nothing major. I lost my amazing grandpa last year, and he was very sick, and he had hospice and all that. So we had some bed blankets. So I would suggest investing in some of these, like blankets, either these or some towels. But yeah, putting those down is important. I like blankets, so I'm keeping a blanket on me pretty much all times. Um, I can really only get up and walk around for about 5 minutes. I'm doing it pretty much every 2 to 3 hours, getting up, walking to the bathroom, trying to go to the bathroom, or just strip my tubing, go to the bathroom. Um, yeah. And that way my tailbone isn't killing so much and I'm feeling a little bit comfortable. Um, when you cough, like right now that wasn't bad, but sometimes talking, it just is exhausting. So you keep a pillow over your stomach so you can cough, not too hard. And lots of deep breaths. Taking lots of deep breaths in and out. I usually do it through my mouth because I don't really get a good deep breath through my nose. So deep breathing is important to do just to keep your lungs exercising and moving. Overall, I thought I would be in so much pain, and to be honest, it's not a lot of pain. I am taking my pain meds as prescribed, and I did get a prescription of an antibiotic every 8 hours, so I've set it on my timer on my phone to go off for when I need the medication. And like I said yesterday in my other video, I've been keeping a back scratcher with me because Percocet kind of makes me itchy and just itching a lot. I'm going to try and space it out a little bit more too. I'm not really a fan of medication and painkillers and that kind of stuff. So if I can not use it or stretch it out, I will. And then they also gave me injection 7 days of a blood thinner, so I have to inject myself. I have a feeling my mom will do it for me. They want me to do it in my torso. That's kind of interesting because I have a freaking binder on me, and I don't really have much of a torso left to really inject into. So if I can get some fatty tissue up there, it'll be pretty much right underneath my breast. If not, you can also inject that into your thigh area. It's just a little bit more, a little less fatty, so she said it might hurt. So we'll see. But other than that, things are going pretty well. Feel really comfortable. I have been using the walker and continue to use it just to walk to the bathroom and stuff. And to prepare for surgery, I think just really, if you're going through this, then you've obviously lost a lot of weight, or you just had a fupa. But hopefully, if you're going for a full circumferential tummy, lower body lift, you lost weight. And so with that, I didn't just lose weight, I became really active and really healthy. And I became like I would call myself a jogger, not really a runner, but I mean, I'm running because I'm 5'3", so I'm going as fast as I can, but I usually jog or run a 9-minute mile, and I do that 5 times a week, and I usually do 1 to 3 miles a day. And I've really also worked out the arms. That'll be my next procedure. And we can't really see it. It doesn't look that bad because I'm kind of laying in a weird position. But my arms are really at the top. I got a good muscle. And then below I have a really bad jiggle. And it's not so much about the jiggle. It gets stuck in a lot of things and it bruises a lot. It's really uncomfortable. And when you're working out and you've taken on that new look on life of health and fitness, kind of just gets to you. And at times I feel really depressed about what I did to myself and how I let myself go. And it gets emotional, but I'm taking care of myself now, or have been for the last 3 years. And yeah, and I think it's really important. And I won't lie, I totally did do gastric bypass surgery, and I wouldn't have changed it for the world. I think it really helped me get to my goals and where I needed to go. But it only took me so far. It took me to being about, I went from a size 24 to a size 14. And last summer, I was work at a school, so I have summers off. So a few summers ago, I started going to the gym only in the summer and then kind of falling off. And so the last few years, I've been doing the summer and then not really working out as much, more or less doing things at home or going out in the neighborhood. But this time around, I went and I stayed on it. Somebody paid for my gym membership, and I've been going every day. Well, 5 times a week, 5 to 6 times a week, and working out different parts of my body, and just really focusing on eating healthier. Don't eat sugary food, and I really watch what I'm putting in my body. And I know that if I ate something really disgusting or bad or whatever, full of calories or sugar or whatever, like I said, I don't do sugar, but calories, chips, I like chips. I make sure that I balance that out with my nutrition and going to the gym and working it off. So since last year, I was a size 14 and I weighed about 185 pounds. I got down to a size 8 and I weighed about 170 pounds. So I lost all those sizes. I only lost like 15 pounds because like I said, I gained a lot of muscle. The doctor thinks that I'll be very pleased with the work that he did. I know that they went in and they tightened up my abs and everything, so I'm excited to see my stomach and the work that I know that I've been putting in that's just been kind of hidden behind all the excess skin. I had a lot of extra skin, and in certain places where some of my old incisions were, I had a lot of, I don't know what they call it, but like the scars just kind of sunk in. So I had a few around my belly button. Looked like I had multiple little belly buttons around my belly button. So, for me, it was just really about being comfortable in my own skin, and having to look in the mirror every day was getting to be difficult and upsetting, in addition to a lot of health issues that came with having the extra skin, a lot of pain, a lot of tearing, and a lot of infections over the course of the last few years. So kind of excited that it's a new chapter ahead, and I'm excited to heal and get back to the gym and get back in my routine of things. Routine is really important when you're trying to lose weight, when you're losing weight. If you get off your routine for a day or two, sometimes it just feels like, oh, what happened? I did that recently. I did some construction on my house with a friend, and I was doing the work with him. I just didn't have time to get to the gym for almost a week. And then I went on vacation, and I went, oh gosh, I need to work out. So I went on vacation with my mom and my nephew and my daughter, and it was exciting because I got to go out in the mornings and run down the mountain side and back up. And when I had had enough, I called them and said, all right, come get me. So I did about 3.5, 4 miles every day right before this surgery. Made sure all my blood work was back and everything was good. And that's one thing the surgeon didn't really do, blood work, or run any kind of EKG or any kind of testing. But my primary doctor's a little OCD, so she made sure she ran like every blood test known to mankind, and came out really cool. She told me I had like um, the lowest numbers for the diabetes, like to test to see if you're pre-diabetic. Like my numbers were so off the chart, like below off the chart. That and I usually have a low vitamin B and sometimes a D, and everything was just on point. I would suggest if you're a little low on your vitamin counts and that stuff, to make sure that you're taking your vitamins beforehand. You want to go into this as healthy as possible. But B12 is an injection too at the doctor's. I usually get that every time I go to see the doctor, whether I'm sick or my annual appointment. I usually get a B12 injection at least 4 to 6 times a year, just to keep it up. If you've had surgery, you know you don't really take in the nutrients like you used to. And I'm not really a big red meat eater and that kind of stuff. And I don't really absorb B12 vitamins very well into my system. So I just get an injection. It makes it super easy. But yeah, thank you so much. And I'll keep you updated. Thanks. Bye.